Today is a shared service open day at the Regenda Housing Group. It's a chance for Regenda customers from all over the North West to find out what services Regenda delivers, but most importantly to let us know what they think of the services and give ideas on how they can be improved. What was the purpose of today's open day?
Well, as much as anything, to meet on a face-to-face basis with our residents and to hear firsthand what their concerns are and what more we can do to improve the quality of services to them to make their time staying in a Regenda property that much better. All the indications and all the feedback I've had anecdotally has been that the feedback has been very positive, very productive, and we're going to build on that and we're going to use that to improve our services going forward.
The residents attended 5 interactive workshop sessions which allowed customers to describe their experiences or the journey they follow when contacting the shared service centre for a service. Residents also listened to real-life calls coming into the centre in order to understand how call quality is managed. They were also invited to the Regenda diary room to share their thoughts and give their ideas and to identify where improvements can be made.
At present, excellent.
And why is that?
Well, I've never been in rented property before. Lucky for us because we live in heaven. It's beautiful where we live. This particular property, after 5 years, came available. And being in rented property was a bit doubtful for us because we'd never done it in our life. But we found it. There was some things that wasn't quite right. But with getting involved, we've ended up with a nice property, comfortable property, lovely little home, ideal to retire to.
I'm very happy with them actually. I got on very, very well with our housing officers.
I've got no complaints whatsoever with them, really. And I find they're good and they're very efficient.
They're very innovative, they're very forward, the first with a lot of things which I do like. But at the same time, they're a bit slow on the uptake on some. But you can't have everything.
I think especially over the past few years, there's been some really good improvements, especially on antisocial behaviour within our communities, which has been the blight of a lot of communities in Britain as a whole. But definitely one of the most positive aspects was actually dedicating a job to an antisocial behaviour officer within our communities. It wasn't dealt with at a central base, it was dealt at a local level.
Well, there is at the moment because we've got supposedly to have our windows are double glazed now. You can hit the wind comes through, so I think things like that really need doing. We are supposed to be having new insulation in the walls, but on the whole I'm very pleased with them.
They tell you when a job's going to be done, but then they don't always stick to it and they can turn up at a different time and say, well, I'm here now, can I do it? It's not always the most convenient time when they do arrive.
Well, improvements, I'd like them to, when people ring up, when they say to get back to people, that they do get back to them.
This is the shared service centre where all of Regenda's customers' telephone calls and website inquiries are answered.
It's a range of services for Regenda customers, all 13,000 Regenda customers. We've got a contact centre, and we don't call it a call centre because it's about service rather than just answering telephone calls. So customers can come through there to report repairs, pay their rent, get on our waiting list, report problems with their neighbours. And last year we were courageous enough to just dip our toe in the water and try for our very first award, and to our surprise we actually won that award, and we beat off some really stiff competition from other contact centres, not just in the housing sector but in the private sector as well. We have a little motto: we always want to be better today than we were yesterday. But as long as we're always continuing to improve what we offer our customers, and that's what today's events are about really. It's about making sure that what you think the customers want, they actually do want, and you give them the opportunity to give you feedback. So all I'm looking for is for us to improve every day, day on day, and if that means offering different services in a different way to a different type of customer, then we're open-minded to do that.